this is so fucking powerful, man. It's powerful. It's powerful. And I know I repeat myself when it comes to these things, but it's something that we got to dive into ourselves and look at the fact that our fears are not real. It's an illusion. But no matter how illusionary it is, if we see our fears as absolutes, if we see our fears as truth, then we're paralyzed. If we see our fears as truth, then we paralyze, right? We paralyze ourselves. We're paralyzed psychologically. We're paralyzed mentally. There's problems in the mind that we don't understand. We start creating obstacles in our brains. We start creating what may happen, what's gonna happen. We start suffering more from imagination than in actuality. Don't let fear stop you. Easier said than done, right? Easier said than done. Because it's not the fear that stops you, right? It's the stories you bought into. It's the illusions that you accept. The stories that you accept about yourself. And the fear is almost like an excuse in a lot of ways, right? It's like, how can you tell somebody to not let fear stop you, right? Which is correct, right? Don't let your fear stop you. But how can we tell somebody that when somebody in their mind, they have convinced themselves that they're not good enough, or they convince themselves that what's going to happen is going to happen, right? I don't want to drive my car because everybody here in San Diego is so reckless drivers. Everybody here is a reckless driver, right? So because everybody's a reckless driver, in my mind, I don't want to drive because everybody here is a reckless driver. Everybody here doesn't know how to drive. They speed, all this stuff. I've convinced myself to not do something. I've convinced my mind to not go after, to not even jump in this car because my mind is fully convinced. My perception on what's going on is 100% real. To me, when there's other people who can drive, who just drive, there's no fear. I'm not even thinking about that. I'm just driving. It's not even a big deal. It's not even a deal. I'm just driving, watching the stop sign, stopping at the lights, following the signs. While there's someone else says, oh man, I'm not doing that at all because of the reckless and careless drivers that are here in this city. How can you tell, don't let your fear stop you? It's like, no. I convinced myself that what I see, you can't tell me to let my fear. I'm not afraid. I'm just, people here are reckless drivers. It's like, well, you are afraid. What is my point? Someone has taken their fears and turned it into truths. I don't want to start that business, or I don't want to go all in on that business because of what I believe is going to happen. That's why I say belief blinds us from truth, right? Because you're looking at what you believe is going to happen. Your stories that you believe in yourself. Instead of looking at the facts, right? Yep, I won't drive out of town because I'm too scared to get in a wreck because of other bad drivers. Oh, look, that's a real thing. It's a real thing for someone, right? That's a real thing. That, other bad drivers are scared to get in a wreck. So now, because, I've been driving for a long time, I've never got into an accident like that, right? While I'm driving, I never got into an accident, not even a scratch. But there's others who say, hey, I don't want to get wrecked up. And it's like, okay, well, that rarely happens, right? It's like, I'm afraid to start this company or go all in. And it's like, because of what I think is going to happen. I'm afraid to leave this relationship because of what I think is going to happen. I'm afraid to do this. But it's literally someone has convinced themselves that their fears are truths. Man, this is so interesting to me. It is so interesting to me that I can talk about this every single live. I can dedicate my entire work on that alone, which a lot of it is dedicated to that, to understanding the just fear itself, how it's one of the most strongest things that can ever Fear is the most strongest things in the world today. Fear, the most strongest of them all. Fear is so fucking strong, man. Do you know how many people paralyze themselves psychologically and physically because of the stories and the obstacles that they've accepted and they've created themselves? Isn't that interesting? Based on my conditioning, based on what I follow, based on all these things, everything about me is projecting what I think is gonna happen based on past experiences, my current situation. Is like, yo, you don't really have to be that way. Doesn't really have to be that way. So how can we say, yo, stop your fears? I don't even understand what that means. How can we say, yo, don't let your fear stop you, or don't let yourself get over your fear, get over it, stop. It's not a big deal. There's nothing you can say to anybody. There is nothing that you can say to anybody besides the fact of that fear is an illusion. If the moment you understand that fear is an illusion, the moment you understand that fear does not exist, as in what you fear hasn't happened yet, that you suffer more in imagination than in actuality, the moment that you understand that it doesn't really matter what happens, what matters most is how you respond to it, everything changes, right? How do you get out of it? How do you get out of it or change your mind from it? Again, understanding the truth about the situation. If you can understand yourself that fear is an illusion, you'll get curious. A curious mind overcomes the fear. A curious mind destroys fear. A curious mind, a mind that is interested in seeing or understanding what is true. Like, fear is an illusion, really? Let me see if I jumped into this car and let me see if I drove for a little bit, what would happen? Oh, I'm afraid to leave this, to do this. What if I went all in on something just to see what happens? What if I went all in? What if I went all in, on something? What if I committed my entire life to something? What would happen? What if I make the decision that is most healthiest for me? What would happen? What would happen if I made the decision that is most healthiest for me? What would happen? What if I did the thing that I was afraid of? Because it's not about putting an end to fear. Remember this. It's never about putting an end to fear. It's never about being fearless, completely getting rid of fear itself. No, because fear is part of life. Fear is part of the human mind. It's about recognizing your fear and pushing through it. And that right there, by just going through it, you will see things for yourself. You will see things just disappear right in front of your very eyes. The illusion of what you thought was going to happen completely disappears, right? Because now you start to see what really happens. It's not about being fearless. Again, it's about committing your entire life towards this one decision, right? Energy, mind, intention. Let's just go. Let's move with the intention to just go. See what happens. Create what happens. Create and adapt and adjust. Again, no matter what I say, one's story they tell themselves is so strong that no matter what I say, one is consumed by the story they tell themselves. Right? One is consumed by the story they tell themselves. And again, no matter what I'm saying right now, it's like, yeah, it sounds good. Fear is an illusion. Yeah, ha, 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 ha. But I've accepted my fear as truth. And it's so strong because it's real to me, right? It's real. I'm going to jump into the car and I'm going to get into an accident because that's what I see. That's it. I don't want to get wrecked. It's going to happen. People out here are crazy. I'm not doing it. I'm not interested. No. I'm not doing it. Because if that person, let's say if one thinks this way, they self-prophesize it. They look to see it as fact. I look to see it as fact. I look to see it. You know what? I'm going to do it, and I'm actually going to turn what I thought was going to happen into actuality, because I actually go ahead and make that happen. The way I'm moving, the way I'm driving, I hesitate. Oh shit. Boom. What happened? Oh no, you see the bad drivers. No, it's you moving with the sounds like anxiety disorder. No. Let's not label anything right now. Let's look at it like this. It's our fears that come from somewhere, right? It's not just, it's with everything, the smallest thing. We've convinced ourselves, and then we make it happen because of how we approach the situation, right? Because we already moving with conclusion. We already moving with this as a fact. The truth becomes the fact. The fear becomes the fact. And the fact that the fear becomes the fact in my mind, even if I push through my fears, I'm going to move with the hesitation as if the fear is the fact, not the fact that the fear is an illusion. Hope you're following me, right? If I knew that the fear is an illusion, I would not move as if the fear is the fact. Does this make sense? Check this. If I move with the fear, right? I have fear and I'm pushing through my fears. If I move with the intention that the fear is an illusion, then I don't know what's going to happen. All I can do is control how I respond, what's going to happen. But if I move with the fear that the fear that is the fact, right? And I'm pushing through my fears and I'm confusing it as facts, then I'm going to self-prophesize it. I'm going to create it myself. I'm going to position myself for that to be, because I already think it's truth. But it's not true. It's not. But there's nothing I can say because it doesn't make sense. There's nothing that I can say that would not convince you otherwise, because the world is in your head, right? The world is in your head. And what's in your mind, how you feel about yourself, how you see the world, all these conclusions that you've accepted, all of that is what makes your world. The world is in your head. And the way you feel about yourself, the way you view the world, the way you see others, the way all the moves you made up to this point, what you think you can do, what you think you can't do, all of that is what you've accepted and what you've created, right? So now you have people living life with massive assumptions, conclusions, judgments, absolutes, opinions, beliefs, all these things that make up the world they see, right? Which means life is your perspective on what is. Life is your perspective on what is. So we see what's going on. This is my perception, my perspective on it. And then it's backed by my deep levels of conditioning. Now, what if I'm living in absolutes, meaning that's real and that's it? I'm not willing to question my opinions. I'm not willing to question my beliefs. I'm not willing to question my mentality, my outlook on life. I'm not willing to question my fears. I'm not willing to question anything. And because I'm not willing to question anything, I live life with this assumption that, hey, my fear is truth. And that's it. And that right there is that's what paralyzes people psychologically. And because of that, so many people are wishing, hoping, doing all these things, looking for some sort of hope and inspiration to make a decision, to go through it. But in actuality, one does not want to put an end to that known. One is looking to stay within the known. One is looking to stay within the known, wishing that the known provided a different end result. Because my fear is truth. What I fear is absolutes. That's it. This is what it is, and that's it. Instead of fear being an illusion, which is rightfully so, and how literally you are creating something that's a story and not even actuality. I need to heal because this weights on me. You're already healed. That's what people don't get. Like, you're already healed. There's no I need to heal. You're there. Yo, instantly. Oh shit, fear is an illusion. Let's go. Instant. It's that instant. It's that instant. That's how, like, change and transformation happens instantly. It's that instant. Instant. It's that instant. It's literally that word. Come on, really? Let me see this. Here's an illusion. Oh, okay. We dive into it. We see it within ourselves. Once we see that as truth, everything changes. Once we see that the fear is an illusion, everything changes. Instant transformation. Instant. Like, yo, word. I could really do whatever I set my mind to. I could really do anything that I do. Like, anything that I want to do, I can do it. I'm living the results of the story I told myself. I'm living the results of the decisions that I've made up to this point. It's instant, man. It's instant. But why do we want instant transformation? And it's what I talked about this past week on this live, is the fear of putting an end to the known or the known changing. And if I fear the known changing, I don't want the known to change. I want the known to be what it is. Then no matter what happens, I don't want an instant transformation, because that's putting an end to the known and to the position that I'm in. No matter the misery, no matter the how much I complain, no matter how I say, I want change, as long as I fear the known changing or the ending of a known, something that gives me and provides me something comfortable, as long as I fear that, nothing changes, because I don't want it to change. Are you following, fam? This is life-changing shit, because you can see this. If you were to see this so clear, you can see, like, whoa, wait a minute, I don't got to be in this position. But for many people, they want to be in the position they're in. And as hard that may, man, people think, oh, Anthony, I woke up and I was just born like this. People think, Anthony, you're not empathetic, or Anthony, you're so hardcore, harsh truth. Anthony, it's hard to listen to you, as if I never gone through the shit that people are going through. Like, as if I never gone through 10 years ago, sitting there saying I have all these problems, labeled myself with all these problems I got going on. What's wrong with me? As if I didn't think about the same shit or gone through any of the same stuff. Yo, Anthony, you don't understand, man. You don't understand what's going on in my life, because back in my past, but you don't, wait a minute, hold on. So I could have said the same thing. I could have said the same thing, right? I could have said the same thing. But how come I didn't say the same thing? Because I was willing to put an end to my known. I was willing to change the known. Change what everybody said was true. Change and question what everybody said was true. Because if I bought into that, I would just accept it. Give me some fire emojis, fam, if you're feeling this morning. Give me some fire emojis. Who's on here and who's feeling this morning? Putting an end to knowing the healthiest decision, mentally, physically. Let me see. Yes, the fear will be an emotion as we act, because we have believed it to be true. Yes, use that fear as fuel instead of an excuse to stop. Okay. I'm just scrolling up, reading the comments. Man. Man, like if we can see that we're doing it to ourselves, but nobody wants to see that, man. Nobody wants to hear that. Yeah, nobody wants to hear that, right? Why would anybody want to hear that? Because if I'm afraid to put an end to the known, and look, to hear the biggest secret of them all, to hear this, and as tough as this is to hear, and if you're sensitive, just and sensitive as in don't take things personal, like prepare yourself then, right now. It's like if you take things so personal, like if the truth is an enemy to you, then everything that we're saying here is completely discouraging. It's you don't understand, I'm the victim. Like that's what happens when you don't when you see the truth, when the truth is your enemy. But if the truth is your best friend, the truth is your lover, you make love to the truth, right? You make real passionate love with the truth, then you're about to hear the secret right now and get excited about it. Is that we are all exactly where we want to be. And if we can understand that secret alone, that we are all exactly where we want to be, if we can understand that that is the biggest secret of them all, if we can see that, oh, wait a minute, I'm exactly where I want to be, everything, your entire fucking world changes. Your entire fucking world changes. Your entire world in here changes. Everything about you completely changes. Everything about you, everything changes instantly. The morning we say this, the moment that we say this, that I am exactly where I am and exactly where I want to be. Because the moment that I don't want to be in this position, everything changes. Everything fucking changes. And that's the biggest secret of them all. Whether we're aware of it or not, whether we, it's like, whether we, complain or not, or no, you don't understand. Trust when I tell you this. If you're interested, if you're not, it's fine. Because I was in a place, I am qualified to talk about a lot of these things because I was in a similar place at one point. And it's the truth. I was in a similar place psychologically, right? Psychologically, I was in a certain place in my life where I was like, no, it's everybody else's fault but mine. At one point in my life, I was like, no, you don't understand. Nobody understands my situation. You don't understand what I've gone through. You don't understand with this. You don't understand with that. Life is Everywhere podcast. I appreciate you. It's like I'm promoting you right now. Go check out Life is Everywhere podcast with the badges. Appreciate you giving me a badge almost every time you're on. Appreciate it. If we can understand that alone, if we can understand that all of us are exactly where we want to be, if we can understand that, man, everything changes. Because now you start to say, wait a minute, why? Why am I where I want to be? What are you talking about? How I respond to adversity, all the stories I tell myself, the fears, right? The fears that I've accepted, the things that I've accepted, all of this, the fear of putting an end to the known. All the stories that I tell myself, I've just embraced it and I just say it's absolutes. How I respond to things, I'm exactly where I want to be. Okay. The beautiful thing about it all is that at any moment I can make a change. And at any moment I can make an adjustment. At any moment presents a brand new opportunity that it doesn't have to be this way. Whatever my reality is, I'm like, man, I have control over how I respond and react to things. I've accepted a lot of these things about myself. You know what? It doesn't have to be this way. Instant transformation. But again, if I'm afraid to put an end to the known, or if I'm afraid of the change of a known, then no matter how miserable my life is, instant transformation sounds actually worse, right? Instant transformation sounds worse. It's like, I don't want that. I don't want instant transformation because I'm afraid to put an end to the known. I'm afraid to change the known. And because I'm afraid to do that, I don't want instant transformation. So I claim to want change, but I claim to want transformation when in actuality I don't want it. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, we all are where we deserve to be. Yep. Look, just take ownership and responsibility. And that's it. The beautiful thing is that nothing's permanent. Remember, everything is temporary, fam. Nothing's permanent. And if we can understand that nothing's permanent, then the information that is being said now, it doesn't affect anybody in a discouraging way. Right? Like, it doesn't discourage somebody who sees that it's not permanent. It doesn't discourage you if you see that any moment's a new moment. It doesn't discourage you when you see, wow, I can make a change at any moment of my life. Like, it only discourages those who do not want to put an end to the known. It only discourages the people who are fighting hard to stay the same. And if you're fighting hard to stay the same, then what I'm saying here is like, no, it's not my fault. It's the system. It's this person. It's that person. It's my current situation. You don't know what I've gone through, Anthony, because I've gone through all these things in my past. You don't get how this traumatic moment has led me to this point to do all these things. You don't know. No. It doesn't have to be that way. Those who want to stay within the known do not want to hear that transformation happens instantly. And that's what's interesting to me. Because it can. It happens right now. Instant. Yo, one decision can change it all. One move can change it all. You can make one move right now that completely changes it all. You can make one move right now with all in intention that can completely change it all. Completely 100,000% change it all. Your entire situation, your entire lifestyle. You can make one move right now. Temporary desires are accepted as long-term misery. I learned that from your page. Thank you. That is so helpful to me. I appreciate you. No one can make you happy. That's up to yourself. 100% choices. Everybody got choices. We always have multiple options and the opportunity to make a different choice. We can change at any moment and make different choices. Look, when it comes to choices, let's look at choice. Choice is an illusion. Choice is an illusion. Choice is an illusion. Let's look at it. The choice is an illusion. I want everybody here to sign up for my daily awareness journal. The link is in my bio. I talk about this stuff every single day. I break down a new topic, or I dive into some of these topics in a deeper way. Sign up to my daily awareness journal. Those who are on here who are signed up to it already know what's behind the paywall. Only $5. Sign up for that right now. Go check that out. Listen, the choice is an illusion, because when you've made up your mind, when you want to do something, you build an entire life around the thing that you want to do, which means choice is an illusion, because if I'm building my life around the avoidance of my problems, every decision I make will be to look and search for the best escape. The choice is the illusion, because the solution is not the best escape. So therefore, I'm only living life with the intention to do what's best for my greatest escape. Now, if I prioritize the solution and the truth to the problem, then I will only choose the move that makes sense, that's backed by the thing that I prioritize most, which is the truth, right? If I prioritize the truth, then the solution matters to me more. I'm interested in the solution. There is no choice, right? If I'm doing what's healthiest for my body and mind, there's no choice, show up to the gym or not show up to the gym. Because I prioritize what is most healthiest for the body and mind. The plastic fries or the salad. I'm not thinking, there's not even a choice. There's not even a choice. Because the choice is an illusion. The decision's already made. The decision's already made. And this is what people, when we look at our fears, when we live in conclusions, for many people, the decision's already made, which is why the choice is an illusion. I am in search for the most comfortable, the most secure, the most safest way to live life. And if that's what you're looking for, then the choice is already made. I don't want to look for, I'm not interested in the unknown. I'm not interested in psychological freedom or freedom itself. I'm not interested in the solution to a problem. I'm not interested. This is what people are saying. I'm not interested in these things. I'm not interested in the solution of the problem because the choice is an illusion. Check this. The choice is an illusion. The choice is already made. If you want it, you go after it. There is no hesitation. There is no debate. There's no debate. There is no choice. I really, I don't know if people understand this. That there is no choice. I'm always doing what's the foundation. I'm always making moves on the foundation of my mind. That means if I am in search for the greatest escape, the most secure, the most safe, the most comfortable, then I've built an entire life on top of that foundation. That means the way I view the world is based on looking for what is the most safe, secure, comfortable, the greatest escapes, right? So that means anything that pops up, hey, do this, address your fears. Nah, I'm looking for the greatest escape. Do we see this? Do we see that? Man, I really hope we see that. There's no choice, man. There's no choice. There is, I see it. I prioritize the facts. I prioritize the solution. I am willing to challenge the known. I am willing to challenge the fear of the change of a known. And because of that, I go with the decision that makes the most sense. For me, because of where I am. I have a question. Why, when it comes to a relationship, people are indecisive and unwilling to communicate their feelings or emotions, since there are a lot of ladies followers here right now? Let me see. And this is going to be the last thing that I break down and I'm out of here, but let me see. People are unwilling to communicate their feelings or emotions. And there are a lot of... Okay, let's read this question again. Why, when it comes to a relationship, people are indecisive and unwilling to communicate their feelings or emotions? Look, listen, some people think it's a weakness. Like, everybody has their own reason why. Like, again, this is a tough question to answer, because when we talk about relationship, we're talking about a label that comes with rules, right? A label that comes with rules, and depending on what label you've accepted will determine the rules you follow, right? So we say relationship. Is this, a monogamous relationship? Is this an open relationship? It's all these labels that it comes with different rules, right? It's like, what relationship is it? Well, it's just so many different labels and rules and all these illusions that, if I communicate my feelings, some people say if I communicate my feelings, then I look vulnerable to you and then you're going to cheat on, I don't know. Like there's a bunch of shit that's going on there that I can't even, it's so meaningless. It's so meaningless. It's not even like the root, it's a symptom of what's really going on. It's not even a something that we must address. It's something that's so meaningless that it's not even, to dive into that is getting nowhere. We're getting nowhere, right? We're getting nowhere. Some people don't want to communicate for many different reasons, right? Because I don't really like you. I don't really trust you. I don't trust you to the point. I don't trust you because I don't trust you. I don't want to communicate with you. Because I think if I tell you the truth about me, then maybe I can't use you anymore for psychological comfort, security, or whatever it is. Or how you handle the truth. I can't talk to you because of how you handle truth. I can tell you once before I told you my feelings or once before I communicated myself to you, but then here's how you respond to it. And I don't like the way you respond to it. So because of that, the next time I'm going to front and lie and act like, you see, there's many different, it's so meaningless though, because the relationship label itself, it comes with all these rules and all these guidelines and what you need to do. And then we fit within it and then we act within it. And then just, it's inauthentic from the start. I don't know if this makes sense. It's just inauthentic from the start. It's fake from the start. A lot of it is not even real from the start. And because of that, we get confused because we think the illusion is reality, right? The illusion is real. So, the illusion is actuality, right? So we go into things thinking, okay, we go into these things with it's not even real from the start, man. It's almost meaningless to really dive into. Yeah, but when we say these things, some people don't are taught how to love correctly, assuming that a lot of people understand what love is. Not very few people understand what love is. Some people are acting in the form of what they think love is. I love, what's the correct way to love? Well, what does that even mean? Some people know how to feel, right? Some people, they feel. But they feel certain things that you may not feel, right? Like you may say, the ending of relationship is the worst thing of my life. And another person says, you know what, that's not a big deal for me because I got other shit going on. It's like what more matters to me is the fact that I'm alive. I feel different because I'm alive. And you feel that way because you ended an illusion. It's a lot that goes into it. It's almost meaningless to talk about when it comes to those labels because it's the label that's the problem. It's the rules that come with that's the problem. It's the expectation. It's people. It's a lot that's going on in there. Yeah, it's yeah. All right, fam, listen up. I'm out. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Go check out the replay to this. Is going to be on my YouTube channel. What else? Sign up for my daily journal. Those who are on here, who's on my awareness journal? Let me know if you're on here and you sign up to my awareness journal, because people who are on here are going to be on my exclusive friend list. You guys are going to be on my exclusive. I don't know if I'm missing anybody. That's why you're going to be on my exclusive friends list on Instagram, my close friends list. And I'm going to show behind the scenes. I'm going to show my preparation on my podcast today. Today's my podcast. I'm going to show my preparation on that. But I want to make sure I add people who are on my awareness journal, who signed up to my awareness journal, that you guys are part of my close friends list on Instagram. Who's part of my... I got you already. Deanna's in it. I got you. Add me. Okay, did you sign up? Did you sign up for my awareness journal? Because I will add you right now. Again, the link is in my bio. Only $5 a month. I just want to know who's on here who signed up for it. If anybody's on here, just so I don't miss you. I don't know. I gotta sign up. Well, do that right now. The link is in my bio. Okay, me. Okay, cool. I added you already. I saw that. Myra, I saw that. Okay. If I missed you guys, if you guys are not added to my close friends list, let me know. Because I've posted some things already. All right, fam. Yo, sign up to my awareness journal. Link is in my bio. I love you. I appreciate you. You guys have an amazing day. I see you Monday. Peace.